Hey guys, we are back with another video, and this week we are going to be speaking on how to properly blow dry your tape-in extensions, as well as at-home maintenance care tips and tricks on how to really get your money's worth when wearing them. If you are interested, I strongly advise for you to continue watching this video as well as listening. The very first tip that I'm going to give you is going to be a tip that is going to apply as soon as you finish getting your hair done. So right after you get up from the salon, this is where the tip applies. You have to make sure that before wetting the extensions that you let the tape sit for at least 24 to 48 hours. And the reason being is because the way tape-in extensions are actually manufactured is they're manufactured using medical grade adhesive tape. And in order for the tape to adhere properly, it has to sit. So with that being said, again, tip number one, let the tape sit for 24 to 48 hours before getting the extensions wet. If you do not allow the adhesive to actually adhere to the hair, this is where you may see slipping. The next tip that I'm going to give you guys is how you're supposed to shampoo your extensions. Now, whenever you're wearing tape-in extensions, I-tip extensions, volume wefts, or microlinks, or K-tips, you want to make sure that you're shampooing your hair in a Z motion. And the way that you'll know if you're shampooing your hair in a Z formation is if your fingers are actually interlocking with each other. And that is going to be how you actually shampoo to ensure that you're not tangling your natural hair up with the extensions. Because in the case that you do, then it'll cause your shampoo day to now take even more time, because you have to be careful to not only detangle your hair, but make sure that you're not pulling out your hair and or the extensions as well. After you have shampooed your extensions, specifically in terms of the tape-in extensions, you have to make sure that you're only applying the conditioner to the extensions and the mid shaft and ends of your hair. You cannot apply any type of conditioner or oil directly to your scalp when it comes to tape-in extensions. And the reason being is because any type of product that is applied near the root or anywhere near the actual tape can cause slippage. Another tip when shampooing your actual extensions is you want to make sure that you're not using overly hot water, because in the case that you do, it can cause unnecessary residue or sliding of the tape-in extension. So definitely make sure that you keep that in mind. You also want to make sure that prior to shampooing that you have properly detangled your hair, so therefore during that process you won't experience any tangling. Another thing is, if you are trying to have a successful shampoo day, split your hair into two parts on both sides of your head, and then work your shampoo and everything into those two sections, and therefore it'll allow you to have an easier flow instead of just having hair all over the place. Do not, and I cannot stress this enough, do not flip your head over to where you're shampooing your hair upside down. That is going to cause major tangling, and sometimes it can end in tears. Now that we've went over the basics of shampooing your tape-in extensions, next we are going to highlight how to properly blow dry. As shown in the video, you are seeing me actually detangle the extensions from the ends and going up to the actual roots. This is the same manner that you're going to detangle your natural hair in as well. You always want to make sure you detangle at the ends and then work your way up to the roots. Therefore, you're not causing any extra unnecessary tension to your hair. Another thing that I do want to point out is I actually had her sit under the dryer for about 10 minutes just to allow the adhesive on the tapes to dry completely, because if you manipulate the actual tape-in extensions while they're wet, it can cause slippage if you are not careful. Look at how flawless her hair blends even while it's blow dry. So if this is how it looks right here, imagine how it's going to look as soon as I flat iron it. At first we were going to go with a side part, but then as you can see in the video, she decided to go with the middle part, and we went bone straight. And look at this flawless transition. You can't even tell that she has extensions. Voila, chef's kiss. It's nothing better than tape-in extensions that actually blend with your hair. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next Sunday.